just give us a few moments to get into get into it here, and I might say a couple opening thoughts, and then we'll bring Don in. I wanted to kind of get a little bit of a head start to give more opportunity for hopefully people to tune in. Although we'll probably go for almost an hour, but sometimes that's what it takes before people, you know, the people that sometimes is the keyword truly most want to be here or stick around and chat, come into things. I am wondering if I should go get some coffee very quickly, though. I've had some today, and I have a cold water here, but you have to watch my throat because all the podcasting I've been doing, plus just living life. No, I have a fairly quiet existence compared to a lot of people, but still, it's no, not when you count the podcasting and talking to those I live with and the occasional others. So I'm hoping. I've never met Don before in person or on camera. We've just messaged a little bit. I'm hoping that that she'll be quite talkative, and aside from asking my questions, she'll kind of carry things. Especially how I'm feeling today with the sore throat. Oh, cool. And the mutual has just seen my message about rolling with doing this podcast. So I'm noticing with that lighting though, yeah, that might be better. Might be hard to avoid getting a little bit of shadow. That's better, I think. I do apologize for the slow start. You can skip ahead though. I hope that you'll find this worthwhile. And it's really, really quite neat, special to me that sometimes G is in this with us, and others aren't that. Um, Occasionally someone else, but very occasionally, other than like in the chat. So this is a bit unique. Not that I've never done it, like I say, but I'm not sure if she ever has. I don't know how technological she is. I'm hoping she'll be able to find the. And yeah, for those that watch afterwards that either didn't catch when I said feel free to skip ahead or didn't do it, learn to listen. um, I started this early, not only to get the setup done, but also, to allow for some people to tune in. So sometimes it takes a bit of time, like I say. Sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it does. And, some people may not find me the most intriguing, others will, but they may feel different about our guests. So, but I wanted to get a head start. I say that because I think I know it sometimes, but not everybody's cup of tea, and certainly some people are. So, and sometimes someone can grow on someone. You got to kind of not decide too quickly on that, right? So I'm also doing it here that way. If I decided randomly or for any particular reason to bring the laptop a bit closer and then had it on my lap, it wouldn't wobble. For some reason, I am noticing that the desk feels a little bit high. I'm not super used to being at this desk, but it'll be fine. I just have to very briefly go to the other room. Sort of want to. What window am I on in this? Am I on? Okay. So we have somebody here. Welcome. Um, so you're welcome to put some questions based on the topic. Our guest will be joining us very shortly on camera and the viewer left. Yeah, I feel mixed too about starting with such a head start, but it kind of made sense to me, so here we are. Oh, it's a bit nicer, but yeah, it's definitely getting colder out. And yeah, I'm sure that we'll manage to do this just fine. Um, there's 3 different ways I can go about it, because as you can tell, I have not been granted or blessed enough to have a studio and a crew. And a lot of people don't, and I don't think it's hugely necessary, but it can help. It can help. But so, but I've done this before and it works. So, bringing the guest on screen. So we'll find a way. That way, could use Zoom. Or that takes heavy either. So, okay, yeah, we're only 10 minutes early now, so I really didn't get a huge head start. It was almost half an hour. I wanted to see. I don't know if I'll be able to not think of. I think it's stuff further now. Okay. Our guest is now in the messaging correspondence. So she is kind of at her device, uh, getting ready as well. We might get a slightly early start then. I should look because it looks like the layout is a little bit different. I should look to see if I do see the option, or I'm thinking of the phone to bring somebody in. Um, I see a participant button, which is just showing me. I think that's saying who the comments are, but I don't know why it needs to have a separate section because we can see that. That would have been the most likely spot, I think, to see it. Um, so we have someone just tuned in. We're getting very close, if it's not our guest that just tuned in, to having our guest here. And the person looks like you've left. I can't say for sure, but it looks like you have. I wonder if I actually should. I don't think that it would confuse things if I get it kind of pre-set up. I mean, I'm hoping I don't have to, but just, I don't know what my friend's day looks like. Yeah, I did have something else up here. I noticed a member emotion news. Okay, it's kind of light green. I did have, yeah, just in case it doesn't work on the laptop, then we've got it here. I'm just gonna have to remember the title. That's one thing I could have done was because kind of looked at that, in after post mode. I don't know if she commented, I might see the option, but I don't know. I've noticed that before, and there's been the occasional troll, and yeah, I don't see it there. Owning a business. See, it's been a while since I've had someone on. Yeah, it can be a bit. Well, that might be. Yeah. Okay, I accidentally almost started it. I think that that's kind of a good side topic that kind of does relate to it. See, it's being finicky though, so it's a good. Now I have to retype the whole thing. It's being finicky. I don't know why. And then it says resume. Okay. It's getting close to the time, so let's just see here. Interviewing. And my, uh, what do you call it? Predictive text is not behaving properly either. I'm so used to typing on the, yeah. Anyway, um, it's being really so. I'm not going to make this title too much more than that. It doesn't need to be, and I'm just not going to because it's so finicky. Hey. I mean, the other option, although I'd really rather have her on camera. Otherwise, it's not different than when she watches and chats, which is great as well. But if we can get her on camera, let's do so. I'm trying to remember if there's been much time when me and G have both rolled separately, but on the same channel, on different devices. I don't know if it's possible or not, but hopefully we get this working all right. And yeah, hopefully we get Don in on the camera in a moment here. I don't know how to make it more full screen than it is, but it might just, like, how do I kind of adjust the size of chat? There's a pop-out chat option. I was noticing that, although it doesn't really seem to have otherwise done that. We got 2 people here now. Okay, having trouble joining. Okay, you don't see the button I'm talking about, I guess. Let me just take one quick look here. Because yes, there is that additional menu. Go channel pin, report, remove it. And that brings up the same one. Okay, if you don't see the button, I have it set up on the cell phone too. So what I'll say to the other person, and which is good because I don't know if I like this pop-out chat thing, and it doesn't, it looks like I know how to undo it, but it doesn't, yeah, the sizing, I don't know. I feel like with both of us on camera, but I'm going to go and try and use the phone. But yeah, if you don't see that pop-out button, let's do that then, eh? So I'm going to restart. So to the other person that's watching, and I'm not sure if that's Dawn or if she just left, we'll do it that way. So stay tuned.